Hello everyone, it's Diane. It's Monday, and so I went to see if the Blue Van Man, he does have a name by the way, his name is Dave. I went down to see if he was there. I didn't see him last week. It had rained before, I think it had stopped raining by 7 o'clock, but there were a few vendors there, but he wasn't there. So today was a little bit better. It was 40 degrees, but it wasn't raining, and there were very few vendors, but he was there. And I asked him if he was about ready to call it quits for the year, and he said, oh no, he's going to an auction Saturday, so he doesn't know what he'll find. That's why I like him. We never know what he's going to find and what he's going to bring. So I told him, well, as long as you keep coming, you know I have to keep coming. If he would quit, then I could quit. So anyway, I did go today, and I brought home a few things. Most of it was from him. This I just paid $1 for from one vendor. Just a milk bottle cap. And then this was $1. It's not for the box, it's for these cards. I thought they were cool because they have lines and they're tabbed. So I might be able to clean this up, and somebody stuck this on there, so I might be able to use this for storing some of my cards in, so I might keep it. I got this Longfellow birthday book. It's a pretty little cover. It's got a spot there. Uh, 1915, but it's got these blanks. January 1st, and then it's got a Longfellow quote on each day, and then you write the birthdays. This one has a name on it. Virginia Kinsella was born on May 27th. There's a little card in there. So it's got some names. I'm sorry, I'm sucking on a butterscotch candy. I shouldn't have done that before I did the video. So I like those pages. Then I got this one because I like the cover. The Corner House Girls Growing Up. Starting with this book. This is from Dave, the Blue Van Man, and he charged me $8 for all of this stuff. The Corner House Girls Growing Up. I like that. The end papers. This says 1919. To Beatrice and Laura Foster from Mrs. Higbee and Horace. Christmas, 1919. I don't see any illustrations inside, but I do like the cover. And then I got this just for me to read, The World of Washington Irving. I've always been curious about him. And if you don't know who Washington Irving is, he is the American author who wrote The Legend of Sleepy Hollow and Rip Van Winkle and some other books like that. This says Beatrice M. Foster too, and that's who this was given to. And this has this little owl on the front. I had a tan colored book with this emblem on it. It's the publisher's emblem. Dutton. Something Dutton and Company. So, and I made a Woodlands journal out of it, so maybe I'll save this. It's got some marks on it. I don't know if I can clean that off, because it looks like dirt or something. If I can clean that off, then maybe I'll make another Woodlands journal. Sorry about that. So it's just for me to read, but maybe after I read it, I can make a journal out of it. I got 2 packs of doilies from him. Red and white hearts. These are interesting. The Court of Two Sisters, a fine family restaurant. And these are fans made out of a lightweight cardstock, and it's for a restaurant in New Orleans. It's got the story about it here. I don't know what I'll do with them, but I thought they were cool. I'll put them in a book somehow. And I got this piece. It's a table runner or dresser scarf. Filet crochet. Filet crochet is done with squares. And there's quite a big piece there. I got some napkins. So I thought these would be great for Halloween journals for next year. And then this. I'm not doing a fall journal, so I guess this will have to wait till next year too. But maybe I'll put some of these in my shop. And then I got some embroidered pieces. These look like cross stitch. So there's this taupe color on cream, and it's got this taupe crocheted edging too. And this is a table runner also. So it's quite long. And it's a nice crisp linen. And I got this piece, which is blue embroidery, cross stitch. It does have some embroidery too. I think of cross stitch as embroidery. It's just a type of embroidery. And this is like a little square tablecloth. So it's got lots of these little designs. But it's in pretty good shape. I hate cutting up linens that look good, but this way they'll get used. And then this one matches the table runner, and it might be a tablecloth. I'm not going to open it all up because yeah, it's a tablecloth. It's got this beautiful design in the center, but look at all this lovely linen that I can make things with, and this on the edges. I got another tablecloth. It's stained, but it's a Christmas tablecloth, and it's vintage. So I will cut this up, and I'm going to be starting on Christmas journals today. So there's quite a bit of staining, but I'm going to copy dye this. I'm going to wash it and then copy dye it. And I'll be able to use this in Christmas journals. Then I got this. I'm not sure if it's a pillow cover or what. Or maybe it's just a table mat. Yeah, I think it's just a table mat. But I thought I could use this on the cover of a Woodlands journal. Isn't that cute? I love this plaid too. Love those colors. And then the last thing I got from him was this fruit fabric. It's vintage fabric, and I love that design. Love it. Does have a little stain there. So that's what I got at the flea market. And then I went to the antique store. I don't go there very often because it costs more there. And sometimes I find some really good deals, but sometimes I find things that I'm willing to pay a little more for. So I went and checked them out because I needed to go up in that area anyway. So I didn't find any awesome deals, but I found some good things that I was willing to pay a little more for. So this is just for me to keep. It is a reproduction. It looks like it's 40s paper doll, Pert and Pretty paper dolls. So it's just got these 5 small dolls that you have to cut out. And then I love these dresses. So this is just to add to my paper doll collection. It doesn't say right off. Maybe I'd have to read more into it to find out what period, but it looks like the 40s to me when these were originally. But this is a 2015 book. 1948 is the original. And I did find some cards, and I just started sorting all of the cards I've been collecting over the summer so that I can start putting them in the shop. But they had other decks of cards, but I loved these because they look pretty retro. They look like the 60s or 70s. I would say 70s. They're Hallmark cards. So I'll be putting some cards in the shop soon. And then it was $5 for the two, so that's not bad. $2.50 for one deck of cards. And I got some books. They did have several pretty old Golden books and Rand McNally books and things like that. I didn't want to pay the price. They had $4 or $5 on them, but there were a few that I was willing to pay for. I think I only got $4 ones, and then this one was $2. So anyway, here's Captain Kangaroo. And of course, I watched Captain Kangaroo when I was young. This book was printed in 1956. That's older than me. So I had to get this. There's Mr. Green Jeans. Paula, is this the book you got? Paula Furter has been getting some Golden books that I've never seen before. She's been really scoring on her Golden books. And I know she got a Captain Kangaroo. Is this the one you got? I'm sorry, but I'm trying to see if I recognize any of the other characters. It's torn right there. Bunny. I remember Mr. Green Jeans and Bunny, and I know there were other characters too. Puppy and Me. This is a Rand McNally elf book, and it's got photographs instead of illustrations, and it's called a Constance Bannister book because she's the photographer. So I had to get this one. This was either, I think this one was $4. But look at the pretty photographs. These are so cute. Aw, love that one. Brushing his teeth. This is an adorable book. Look at that. And then I got Cinderella. This is a wonder book. This was $2. She's got some coloring on her face. And there were 4 or 5 Raggedy Ann books. I couldn't afford to bring them all home with me, so I picked out the 2 that I liked the best. Raggedy Ann and the Happy Meadow. And this one is taped. So I'll cut this up with no problem. Because I will be making a Raggedy Ann journal, or journals, soon. I love these pictures. Let me see what year this is. 1961. Johnny Gruelle is the author, and I think he drew the pictures too. I think on one of the books, yeah. Well, this one says Worth Gruelle. One of the books that I have, Raggedy Ann books, said written and illustrated by Johnny Gruelle. This one is just Raggedy Ann stories, and I'm pretty sure this is the one my mother read to us. Yeah, written and illustrated by Johnny Gruelle. Copyright 1918, but this book is 1947. Oh, 1961, sorry. So cute. And then the last two books that I got at the antique store are my Bookhouse books, and there were 4 of them, but they were $10 each. So I just got 2. I got Up One Pair of Stairs. Nice pages. Rosy Posy. Just want to see how old these are. Mm, 1958. That's not, they're in good shape for 1958. And this one is in the nursery. This one has really awesome pictures because it's nursery rhyme type of things. Lots of colorful pictures. This one is Swiss nursery rhymes, South American rhymes, Polish, Japanese, American Indian songs. Cool. Pennsylvania Dutch rhymes, Czechoslovakian rhymes, poems by Christina Rossetti. That's really nice. And then I went to Salvation Army. I'm not sure if my battery's going to last for this, so I think I'll come back and show you what I got at the Salvation Army.